So we are on 217, which is comparing objects. I kind of talked about this already. Okay, it says right here, compare object references using Boolean expressions in program code. And then it says two object references are considered aliases or sometimes called pointers. But you're never going to see that word pointer. I don't even think they use that word anymore. When they both reference the same object. So they reference the same object, which means that they're stored in the same, shouldn't say that, the memory reference code for it, the address for it in the memory is going to be the same for both of those objects, essentially. So it's basically pointing to the same part in memory. Object reference values can be compared using equals or not equals to identify aliases, okay? But to actually figure out if the values themselves are correct or equal, if you notice the last one, it says here, often classes have their own equals methods, which can be used to determine whether two objects of the same class are equivalent, okay? So the double equal sign or the not equal sign could help with aliases, but it doesn't necessarily help with the value. So it is important to understand that. It says often classes have their own, I already said this, which can be used to determine whether two objects of the same class are equivalent. Aliases, object references, both reference the same object. I already said that as well. So all this is kind of saying the same thing. Pretty straightforward. The main thing is you can compare objects, but it's not comparing the values of them. It's comparing whether they're stored in the same memory.